Hey guys, so today I thought it'd be fun to show you how to draw a spooky house or a haunted house. So I'm going to show you a simple way to do that for the upcoming Halloween holiday. So first we're gonna start with some rectangles. We're gonna start with a kind of towards this side of our paper, the left side of our paper. We're going to draw kind of a short, stubby rectangle, not quite a square. And then right from this point, we're gonna draw our second rectangle. This one's gonna be a longer one. So we'll go like this. And then come down from this bottom point, draw a line out, and then we're gonna connect our points to make a longer, skinnier rectangle. Don't worry about doing straight lines because it's a spooky, haunted old house and it's not gonna be perfect. Next, to help us with our roof, from the tops of our two rectangles, we're gonna draw two lines to make a triangle. So two triangles on the tops of those rectangles. The next step that we are going to do is adding our roofs. So we can use our triangles here, and we're just going to come off of those and kind of use those as our guide and make another rectangular shape. But we're going to overlap this longer rectangle because the roof from this one is actually in front of this part of our house. And then we're going to do the same up here. And we can go ahead and erase our guidelines. My eraser is a little big, so I'm getting some of my roof. Oh, and this little part right here. I don't have much eraser on my pencil, so I'm having to use my big orange eraser. Next, we can do our doors and windows. So that's going to be a lot more squares and rectangles. You can put your doors and windows wherever you would like. I'm going to put a window here. A window up here. Then I'm going to kind of put longer ones. One right there, one right here, and then my front door I'm gonna make right here. And I'm gonna kind of make mine rounded like that. And it's going to be a wooden front door. So I'm going to add little lines to make it look like there's wooden planks on my door. And then add a little doorknob. And I think this side needs a couple more windows, so I'm gonna put 2 more squares. And to finish out kind of our base drawing, I'm gonna add some landscape here. I'm just gonna do some hills maybe out off of my house. You can do a straight line if you want to, if you don't feel like your house is in a hilly place. And I'm gonna make a graveyard next to mine. So put some tombstones, just doing almost like gumdrop shapes. Maybe make one like a more rectangle tomb type shrine tombstone almost. Make some shorter ones just to give your graveyard some different shapes in it. And then I'm gonna do like a little path for my house, so I'm just doing a little squiggly line to the edge of my paper from the house. And then you can kind of do a second line that follows that squiggly line. So I left some space here. I left this blank because I want to do like a wraparound porch looking thing. So I'm gonna draw a straight line across for my porch roof. Actually, I'm gonna make it higher because if the door is this tall, that means the top of this needs to be proportioned to it a little bit. And draw a line down. This is one post, one end post, and then draw another end post on this side. And then another line here to connect the two, and at the bottom. And then once we have those, we can kind of do our little lines across for our deck railing. Just drawing little sections, straight lines. And then I'm going to draw a second line matching this one up here, so it's more of a railing. And the same for this, so it's got an actual beam up there across instead of just a really thin line. And on this little railing, I'm gonna draw a pretty big pumpkin right here. Jack-o'-lantern. So I just kind of did like a bean shape. And then where this little dip is, I'll put the stem. And then you just make some triangles and a little goofy smile. And there's our jack-o'-lantern sitting on our porch. Now our house still isn't spooky enough, so I'm going to draw some cobwebs on this. So I'm just drawing this line down, connecting it to this little banister. Kind of squiggly a little bit, and then we'll also crisscross to make the web. So I'm just going in a different direction, making those squiggly lines, making it a spider web. And then I'll put our spider kind of right here, just filling in a circle, giving it some legs off of it. There's our little spider sitting on our porch with his web. Now for this blank area, I'm going to draw a ghost. So it's gonna be another like gumdrop shape, kind of a upside down U we're gonna make. And we're gonna do some squigglies down here to meet those two sides. And just some circles for our ghost face. And if you want to, you can do like a little baby ghost over here too. Just do the same thing you did with that ghost. Just make them smaller. There's our ghosts. And I think our windows are missing something, so I'm gonna draw an outline of a cat in this one. So I'm gonna draw a circle, fill it in, some triangles for the ears, and then for his body, we just fill in the rest of the window with a gumdroppy shape again. There's a black cat in that window. Or something else. It could be a shadow of something else. Next, let's add a little spooky chimney. So from here, I'm just gonna draw two lines, kind of like I'm making a rectangle. Then I'm going to make it jagged like this. It's gonna be a weird looking chimney. So we do like a zigzag, almost like lightning bolt, and then I'm gonna make a triangle. And there's our weird chimney, and we can make some maybe smoke coming out, just some squiggly lines, little puffs of smoke. And now I'll show you kind of how to do the siding on the house. So you might need a straight edge. I'm going to use one just to show you, or so you can get this straight. You're gonna do a straight line overlapping and going over these side ones. I'll show you why in a second. You can use the straight edge and have like a perfectly straight line, or you can just do your normal straight line across and make it not so perfect. For the sake of time, I'm gonna speed up the video here, but you're just adding lines across your house, and it doesn't matter if you're making them perfectly spaced or not. Just remember, we're trying to overlap on the edges. Okay, so when you have all your lines on your house, I'll show you why we overlapped with our lines. So you're gonna kind of make a jagged edge using those, because our house isn't in the best shape, so all these are gonna be kind of raggedy, broken down edges. And there's no like certain way I'm making my lines. I'm just doing kind of little zigzaggy things between my lines that I drew before. Same thing over here. And the same thing in the middle. Jaggedy, falling apart haunted house. Like that. And I don't have a small enough eraser, but you can go ahead and erase in between here with our straight line so that it's all jagged. Alright, so next I'm gonna go ahead and add the creepy tree over here. So from this point I'm gonna draw a line up and then go over a little bit, kind of curve it because this is where the root is going to be, and follow my other line. Make the roots down here. Just follow that out and make a little root like that. And then for the branches, I'm gonna kind of draw a line first where I want them, and then I can use those to help me, like guidelines. Okay, so this one's going behind our house, so I'm making sure I'm not drawing over the house, and then I'm gonna add a little branch here. Meet it back to the trunk. This branch up here. I'm just following my guidelines, adding little branches off, following my guideline again. And I need to bring this back down to the trunk. I'm gonna go over and get these two guidelines. Get a branch off there. Draw a branch. And then meet this back down to right here and make this a branch off. Make a smaller branch. And another smaller branch. Kind of going off of my guidelines now, just adding to it. There's a spooky tree. And I think I'm gonna add a branch lower, just because it's kind of missing something down here. There's another branch. There's our spooky tree. Now I'm gonna be done with my drawing, but if you wanted to, you could add more stuff in the windows. You could make your graveyard expand all the way over, or add ghosts in your graveyard, add little RIP things onto your little tombstones. Oh, let's add a moon before I move on, because we need that big full moon. There we go. Okay. So go ahead and add whatever else you want to your house. I'm gonna move on to the lining and coloring stage for my drawing. So that's my finished illustration. I hope you enjoyed this simple how to draw of a spooky haunted house. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps other people find this video to learn how to draw. And please subscribe if you want more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching.